All right, guys, good morning. Today we are moving on to lesson 10. Lesson 10 is very, very short today. I want to make sure that you are ready for tomorrow when we finish up Unit 1 and end with our assessment tomorrow. So for today's lesson, you're going to be writing a constructed response identifying the central message in Nazarene Secret School, and you're going to explain how it is conveyed through details in the text. So you'll need your workbook, and you'll need to turn to the page that says Short Constructed Response. This should be page 19. Our learning target for today is I can write a short constructed response to describe the central message or lesson in Nazarene Secret School and how it is conveyed through details in the text. So before we start doing that, I want to make sure that you have everything that you need to be successful for today with your constructed response. So I need you to take out your Reading for Gist and Recounting the Story graphic organizer for Nazarene Secret School. This was your assignment on Tuesday. And I want you to pause the video here, and I want you to make sure that your answers all match up or look similar to mine. So take a couple minutes, pause the video, and double check over your answers. And again, I'm going to have you pause the video here as well. This is our close read note catcher from yesterday for Nazarene Secret School. So what you need to do is make sure that your details from the text and how does that detail help communicate the lesson, message, or moral, that they are similar to mine. They should be similar to mine. So go ahead and take a second now and pause the video to make sure that your answers are similar to mine. So you're going to be doing a constructed response question today. We've talked about these before. When we write a constructed response, we write in complete sentences. So this means it's a complete thought, and complete thoughts have a subject, which is our noun or our pronoun, and a predicate, which is our verb or our verb phrase. And remember that your predicate, your verb or verb phrase, tells more about the subject. Please also make sure that you are identifying and underlining each thing the question is asking you to do. You need to make sure that you identify and underline each thing that the question is asking you to do, because some questions have multiple parts. Make sure to look for words that are plural, like details, because this is going to mean that there's more than one detail. If you see facts, that means it's going to be more than one fact, and you should be including more than one. And finally, make sure that your answer addresses each of the things you underlined in the question. Because if we have a question that has multiple parts, we need to make sure that we answer every single part of that question. So this will be your short constructed response question today. In Nazarene Secret School, what was the lesson or message, and how was it conveyed through details in the text? You will be using your close read note catcher from yesterday of Nazarene Secret School with the 3 details and how those details are convey the lesson or message or moral. So you need to make sure that you have that out as you work on this, because you're going to be using that note catcher and the information in that to answer your short constructed response question. Remember, like I said, to write in complete sentences. Complete sentences, okay? You're also identifying and underlining each thing the question's asking you to do. So this question is asking you, 1, what was the lesson or message? What was the lesson or message? That's the first thing it's asking you to do, is state what the lesson or message was. The second thing it's asking you to do is asking you to say how that message was conveyed through details. So that means you need to have your details. You need to tell your details, how that is shown through details in the text. Remember, you're also looking for plurals, like the word details, which we have right here. So details is plural. So this means that there is going to be more than one detail. On your note catcher, you had 3 details. You have to include all 3 details from your note catcher yesterday in your response. And then last but not least, make 100% sure that your answer addresses each of the things you underlined in that question. So for this question, you need to make sure that you state the lesson or message, and then you need to state how it was communicated through the details in the text using all 3 of your details from your note catcher. So again, you'll be doing this assignment on page 19 in your workbook. It says to write a short constructed response to answer that question. You just saw me go over that question and each part of it that needs to be addressed. Remember to use complete sentences. This will need to be completed. If you write it in your workbook first, that is perfectly fine, but you need to make sure that you submit the assignment on Canvas, on the document in Canvas. That way I can give you feedback on your assignment. But that is it for this lesson. Please make sure that you answer all parts and submit your assignment when complete. Bye guys, we'll talk soon.